All right, what's up, Amigo like geeks and freaks? So much good things going on, so much stuff. Wonderful, wonderful. So today we took a little trip to a place called Zap Comics in Manalapan, New Jersey. I think it used to be down the street from me in Freehold. The only really good comic book store at the time that existed back in the day was shut down a couple of years ago, and they just cleared out their inventory, and people were basically rolling shit out in wheelbarrows. It was interesting. A lot of FTC, a lot of comics. It's a pretty cool place to go, though I hadn't gone there too much because I don't usually browse the comic book stuff. I'm a big fan of these kinds of comics, Boris Karloff and the mystery ones, these Gold Key, and not just so much for the reading, but actually for the artwork. I love that painted artwork, and we've had some discussions about this, some of the guys about it. But today I went to the comic book store and I took a look around, and I would have loved to have done some video and pictures, but I felt a little embarrassed because it was full of people. And it's a little weird when somebody walks in for the phone and starts looking around like they've never been in a comic book store before. So in the effort of not looking like a complete noob, which I already am, I went and took a walk around, and I looked for shit that I liked. Shit that I liked is usually stuff that nobody else wants, hence my collection of knockoff figures that nobody likes. So I'm looking around. I was looking for some Gold Key and stuff, but it turns out everything I have in here is either Marvel or DC, and I was surprised. They have a bigger store in North Jersey, but I didn't feel like making the hour and a half trip. And then they have a warehouse that's supposedly huge, and you can put a request in; they'll go dig stuff out for you. But at this point, it was nice to just kind of walk in the comic book store, look around. Wind up getting my first set of boards and bags, and then we'll get some of the ones that I have bagged up. Not that they're in tremendous shape and that they're in any incredible condition to be bagged and preserved, but just to kind of organize them so I want to make them look nice. All right, so let's go through the comics first, and then I'll show you some of the figures we got. This one I like just because I remember going to the drive-in and seeing this when I was a kid. My parents took us. I had to be 6 or 7. The drive-in still existed back here in New Jersey, maybe earlier. No, actually, it was earlier than that. I was probably 5 or 6. Anyway, my sister and I wound up falling asleep in the back seat. Actually, it had to be earlier because my youngest sister wasn't born yet, so I was about 4 or 5. All right, so we fell asleep in the back seat, didn't get to see the whole movie, but Marvel Comics, I don't know what number this is. I have no idea, but the Golden Voyage of Sinbad. I was very excited to pick this up. Love Sinbad. It's a great story. Big fan of the Ray Harryhausen films. Really love that guy. Just completely revolutionized stop motion, or probably invented at this point, stop motion with figures for movies and so on. But I was very excited to get this comic book. It really wasn't that expensive. It was good. What's up, honey? Did you eat? Okay, my daughter's checking out. All right, you're welcome, sweetheart. All right, we'll go into some other ones. So this one I thought was pretty cool. And to be honest with you, I didn't even know that comic existed. In addition, here's another one I picked up. Weird Western Tales starring Scalp Hunter. No idea who this is. I saw it was kind of an old, cool Western comic. It's not Captain America. It's not Iron Man, who I love those characters, the mainstream heroes, but it's just kind of a weird thing out there. I don't think anybody ever collects these, or maybe they do. Who knows? What else did we pick up? Also picked up this one, another Marvel Comics group. It's the 15 center. I like to look for the ones that are really, really like low in the price because, a little bit older. But it is Marvel still, and it's Tower of Shadows. Like I said, I'm definitely in the kind of horror comics. They're not typically really horrific. They're not scary like they used to be in the day. Because back in the day, people used to go see Creature from the Black Lagoon, Bela Lugosi as Dracula, the Boris Karloff of Frankenstein, or the Mummy, and they'd scream out of horror. Now today we just look at that and like, all right, whatever. What's up, Mr. Brian Sanchez? The next one I picked up, this is also Marvel, and I never heard of this one either. I just found it in the miscellaneous box. And this is the Western Kid. And yes, I will be taking them out of the plastic to read them. Thought it was pretty cool. Trapped by the man called Drago. I mean, he just belted this guy, man. He just delivered a punch. Pow. Love that shit. But love that old style comic stuff. And then these are the last 3 I got. And I like them because today Martin Starr was showing us some comics he has, Turok. And it's basically a barbarian trapped in a dinosaur world, if you will, kind of thing. And I remember that. I think that's what these reminded me of when I saw this. Tarzan presents Edgar Rice Burroughs' Weird Worlds. And I guess that's supposed to be Tarzan with a sword. It looks like a really thin Conan the Barbarian. He's in this crazy this crazy world with dinosaurs and so on. Oh no, yeah, nope, it's not Tarzan. It's just another character. Let's see if there's actually, yeah, John Carter, World of Mars. I mean, check him out. He's got a pterodactyl. Actually, that's not a pterodactyl. That's a pteranodon. He's got a pteranodon that the guy's jumping on and he's killing. Love this shit, man. It's fantastic. And the last one, which is crazy, and this is very much like John Carter from Mars, I got to say, kind of thing. And maybe that's who it's supposed to be. But here he is flying in some kind of rocket-powered, what that was, rocket-powered sled fighting this dragon dinosaur thing. I thought that was really cool. I like that really weird, obscure kind of shit. So I'll probably keep my eye out for some of those, but definitely in the Boris Karloff Tales of Mystery, the Grimm's Ghost Stories, and some of those other weird ass things that come in. All right. So here's the three figures that I picked up today. Let's see. I used to have, Turok. I know. I used to have a nice run of that series as well. Yeah. I'd love to get those. I have to take a look at those. Let's go. I'll show you this one first. This was really cool. I checked the price online before I bought it in the comic book store. It was the exact same price. I saved shipping. Even with free shipping, I got to take it home the same day. So what the fuck am I going to wait for? Right? No need. So this is Neca's Frankenstein. Warning, the monster is loose. Ultimate Frankenstein's monster. Now, clearly that is our man, Boris Karloff on the front. And when we open him up, the one thing with Neca I noticed, sometimes these damn Velcros, like the sticker likes to peel off the box below it. There we go. And when we take a look inside, it's the black and white version. And I just saw it sitting on the shelf. It's the only one they had. It's a great picture of Frankenstein on the right. And then on the left, he's got three different heads. He's got some hands, different hands. He's got the flower in there. I got to open him up because some of the pieces came out. They're down here floating around the bottom. And this kind of sucks with the glare. I apologize. There we go. I'll try and give you like that. I don't know if he has been open. No, he hasn't been open. But some of his pieces, or at least he hasn't. Let's take a look at him. What the fuck? This is not MIB. Oh, it's stuck. I will do it another time. I'm not cutting that tape. I thought the tape was not there. Because it's not MIB Master. I open my shit sometimes. Although Johnny's been a very, very difficult influence getting me not to open stuff. These I'm going to open. Yes, you can have your phone for tomorrow. You don't lie. That's how you get punished. Take that message. Don't lie. You get punished for that shit. Right, guys? Right. Okay? You want to come say hello?
No, I guess.
You want to say hello? What do you have in your hand? Okay, that's it. All right, so let me take a quick look at this. This is Alien versus Predator. I know, not the greatest movie in the world. I enjoyed it. It was a flick, whatever. But these are 1/18th scale of the Alien and the Predator. Now, it's hard to see in this plastic, so I'm going to cut the tape on the bottom and show them to you. The only one who... Yes, you are the only one who watches my show. 100% the only one who watches my show. John Carter, Warlord of Mars. I love that book, man. That was such a great book. And I loved watching the movie, too. I thought the movie was good as well. Yes, I'm cutting the tape on the bottom. Preserve what the box looks like. But let's take a look at these because these are 1/18 scale Exquisite Mini, they call it. It's by Hiya Toys, Hiya. And they do have a presence on Facebook, facebook.com/Hiya Toys, one word. Oh, this is what I hate about boxes like this. Give me a second. We need to do the commercial. Okay, man. All right. Let's open these up. The reason I want to open them up is because I want you guys to see the detail on them, and I'd like to see the detail myself. I do enjoy an unopened action figure. I'm not going to lie. And Johnny Shedrick's collection is absolutely astounding. But unfortunately, most of my shit is loose. And we're going to try and open this up without destroying the box. Which sometimes give you a bit of a trick in itself. Let's see if we can get those flaps without. Come on, baby. Yes. All right, which one are we doing first? We're doing the Alien first. You're going to appreciate the Predator much more than the Alien because the Predator's just got so much more detail. The colors are more varied. All right, so here he is in his package, but we're going to get him out. We're going to get him out of the package. This is seriously 1/18 scale. They're no joke. There we go. All right, so what do we got in here? We've got... Okay. Here is our alien figure. Is there shit on the end here? Give me a second, because we got some parts in here. I'm trying to figure out what the hell all this shit is. Give me a sec. This is going to be interesting. All right, let's see. And something just went right to the fucking floor. Look at it. All right, so first of all, it comes with a little stand. It's got kind of the metal graded stand, which is pretty cool. Oh, yeah, that is pretty badass. You can change his hands. So he's got some hands on here. Let's take a look at him. This is the... What's this one called? This is the... Fucking A, I'm trying to figure out which model this is. This is the... Which one? The Cube Alien or some shit they call them. I forget. Or the Digital Alien. So you can completely move these guys. Wow, yeah. These guys are actually very, 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 very posable. And the heads don't. Do the heads move? Yeah, the heads move pretty well. I don't think the mouth opens. It does not. The arms move. The legs move. You can actually change the hands and put different hands on. I'm not quite sure what those other hands are going to give us. And then it has some pieces in here. I don't know what these pieces are for. Yeah, let's take a look. There's a little card in the back. There's your insert, if you will, which is the Predator at the alien thing. And I think the thing that just fell out is something to help clip the bottom or some shit. So we'll take a look for that in a minute. Just a little piece. But it's got extra hands. It's pretty cool. I don't know. The hands are pretty close to the other ones, so they're not too different, if you will. But he's very, 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 except for his tail is very posable. So he's got, okay, that's badass. He's got wire in his rubber tail that actually gives him, wow, some even better posability. Fantastic. He's very posable. There you go. There he is. How you doing? Taking a dump. All right, and so on. All right, let me just grab that piece that I dropped real quick. I'm not quite sure what it's for yet, but we'll go check out some YouTube. Oh, I know what this is for. Okay. Okay, fair enough, sweetheart. That's fine. So it comes with these little clips. Sorry. These little clips. Looks like so you can actually put them in the base down here, and you can connect the figures side by side. All right, so that's pretty cool. So you can clip them together, hook them together. Pretty badass. But I really want to look at the Predator figure, because that's really the one that's got all the damn goodness in it. Let's get this open. And so on. Come on, get in there. There we go. Let's seal him up. Oh, shit. Had to move his leg, right? Had to move his leg. Right, just kidding. All right, let's get him back in the box. We'll do the Predator next. The Predator is quite good. Yes, Brian, to answer your question, I think you and maybe Max, I probably have like 2 people that actually watch these videos live, and maybe, I don't know, like 20, 30 views total on some of these videos. Not much, but then again, it's only been up for just over a week. So no, I didn't break it. Of course I didn't break it. I didn't break it. I'm just trying to get it back in the box properly. Yeah, so it's only been up for a week, so give it time. Give it time. Even Ray Castile only has 2,500 people. Ray's a much famouser, more famous person than I am, that's for sure. All right, we'll close that box later. This is why Johnny doesn't open the boxes. You can't get the shit closed back anyway. All right, let's go. Let's get her open. There we go. This one's going to be badass, I'm going to tell you right now. This is a 1/18th scale Predator. Here he is in the package. Give me a second to get him out of here because he's got a shitload of parts. So he comes with the same kind of metal base. Obviously, it's all planned off the movie. He has the 2 clips. And there goes one part. He has the 2 clips. I'm just taking them out to go together. He's got, all right, let's take this shit all out. Wow. He's got a lot of shit, man. These are actually quite accessorized for small figures. Look at that. All right, first of all, there's the base I'm not taking out. And here's his extra hands. You can see his extra hands right there. Okay, so you can change them. But let's take a look at the Predator figure himself. Here's the Predator figure himself. He's 1/18th scale. So what is he, like 5 inches? He's got super bad. Let's see if I can do this like this. Sorry. He's got super badass knives on the side. His laser gun, or whatever the fuck you call this gun on his shoulder, moves. He's got some great friggin' awesome detail on the side of him. He's got what looks like, he has what looks like some kind of knife in the side. His hair or his dreadlocks or whatever you want to call them, they're all movable. These are all movable. Let's see what else he's got. His head moves. Let me show you the detail on the face. The detail on the face that's a 5.5-inch figure or 6-inch figure. That's great detail. Take a look around at him. Show shit up. His knives. We'll take a look at the back. Take a look at the back. Very cool. Take a look at the front again. Very cool. Look at some of the stuff that he comes with. He comes with some kind of spear pole thing. Let's see if I can do that right. Here we go. He's got this big ass. Wow. Okay, this looks like he's got the big ass alien tail. This looks like he's got a big ass. The tail from the alien is what it looks like. And it's got a hole on the other side. I don't know if this is for where this is supposed to hook up. We're going to have to find that out. He does have a hole in his midsection. Oh, I got you. Oh, very clever. Is that what that's for? I don't know. Anyway, he's got his Kroll style blade. It's got that Kroll style blade on there. Can you guys see that? God, it's like the worst trying to do this in reverse. Kroll style blade. You could check it out. It's tiny, man. He has another. Okay, so this must be his kind of a spear thing when it's all compacted. I guess it expands and so on. Very, very nice. And he also has the clips. To connect them with the other set. So this is actually, the detail in these figures is absolutely phenomenal. Wow. Like, seriously. That's incredible detail for such a small figure. These guys did a really good job. I'm quite impressed with their work, and I think if you had them, it would be too. This is probably not the scale some of you guys are collecting in, especially you guys are in the Amigo type 8-inch stuff. It's all the same. You cannot deny the badassness of said stuff. All right, let's get him back together. Put him back together and so on. Fantastic. So we can get him back in the box in one piece. I went out and got 2 9 bars from R2D2 and realized when I opened it up, I need 2. Oh, you're kidding me. I hate, that's the one thing I hate about batteries and shit. Like, shit should come with batteries. I know why they don't, because it's a whole nother industry to be in. They really should come with batteries, at least a trial set of batteries, like a low run so you can play with it for a while before you have to run out. And it's like the worst when you would give gifts for Christmas and then you got to attach the batteries to it for your birthday. We see it because you attach the batteries to the package because you can't open it up. All the kid wants to do is open up and use it. There's some great shots on the back, some pose shots of that figure itself. He's really badass and so on. All right, so that's our little haul for today. So what I'm going to do is go back upstairs and finish watching The Platform on Netflix because I'm in the last 30 minutes or so of it. And then I'm going to start bagging up some comics and do a little read on some comics, get some stuff done. Man, this thing just does. Man, Johnny, now I know why you don't open this shit up. I really know why you don't open this shit up. Stuff does not go back in the same way. Maybe I'll just take them out and display them. The only problem with these is because of their size, the accessories, you know what's going to happen. The first time they fall off the shelf or somebody bumps them or whatever, you move them, the damn accessories are going to get lost, fall across the basement floor, and I'll never find them again. So, yeah. So anyway, that's kind of what we got today. Other interesting note, we heard the other day that there will be no Amigo Black Adam 14-inch figure. That's a bummer. I know a lot of people were looking forward to that. But they do have a selection of other 14-inch figures that you guys would like. I think they did the Shazam, right, Sanchez? They did the 14-inch Shazam. Kind of sucks on the Black Adam. I mean, historically, they as a company have never seemed to complete a line, at least not yet. Maybe that's in their future. They're always working on pieces and then jumping into the next thing, and God knows why. They've got their reasons for doing it. Could be licensing, could be availability, could be who knows? I don't know, nor do I really care. It's not something we do. But what I do find interesting is the issue that is now transposing between them and Super 7. I guess, borrowing Super 7 artwork. It's not a good thing. That's, if you're going to do a product, don't steal somebody else's stuff. I mean, it blows me away that back in the day, Marty and Migo went after Azrak Hamway for doing the Planet of the Apes when they did their Planet of the Apes figures, and whatever the hell was it, Fox or whatever, I can't remember what the name said, 20th Century Fox. They went after them because they were doing their Action 8-Man figures, which they said were ripping off Migo's Planet of the Apes, and rightfully so. They were capitalizing on Migo's stuff. And listen, figures didn't look really anything like them. They were a different version, and they're highly collectible today. But they went after them. So at that point, you should realize, like, hey, man, if somebody's ripping our shit off and we're going to sue them, it doesn't give you the right to rip off somebody else's, nor should you. So whatever transposes out of this artwork for the Mole Man Super 7, it's a shame. I know Dwayne Pinkney had posted about it, and hopefully it's all going to be worked out for the best, which is usually the way these things do. Somebody's going to have to probably apologize, and maybe they'll move forward from that, or maybe they'll join forces, or who knows? Maybe they'll sue. I have no idea. Again, I don't really care. The mole person is not really the one that Migo's bringing. It's not really something that I would be collecting anyway. Like I said, I'm getting rid of most of them. I don't really want to keep them in the collection anymore. So I will be picking random subscribers. I need 2 weeks. I'll be picking out some random subscribers and sending some stuff out. Get that out the door. But I am interested in seeing like what other stuff they come up with. Reason is I like the influence that Migo has had since they started way back in the 70s. And they've got guys today that are doing some really cool stuff. A lot of guys out there. We got Brent Stahls, we got Plastic Zombie Toys, Felonious Fabrications, Tony May does customs. Mitch Castillo does some of the best friggin' customs he puts up on our Amigo Like page. Love them to death. And all these other guys are putting this stuff out. It's fantastic. It really is. It's good to see. And there's some other guys that out there working on it that I'm not going to mention their names because they're coming up with their own stuff. And it's great. You should have your own style. The true inspiration came from when you were, got these things as a kid and so on. And I think, when you really sit down to look at it, whether you have experience in what they're doing, what they're not, I think the difference between the guys, between Migo and what most of the other guys is doing is one thing. I think we call it passion. Now, there's another thing. It's money, too. And those figures that some of these guys are doing are significantly more than what Migo's charging for theirs, even though their prices are going up and they're getting closer all the time. But I think the passion behind it is what does it. So if you're passionate about doing something, you really enjoy doing it for the purpose of doing it, and you're getting paid for it, then that's just getting paid to play, right? If you're doing it for a business, that's different. You're trying to make money. You're trying to come up with things that people like, and you're trying to, get into a channel where people will follow you and will buy your stuff because they really like it, or buy your stuff because they're fans, or whatever that may be. And some of that does take place, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually that's totally people's choice. However, I would definitely say, like, with some of this stuff that's going on, remember, Migo's a toy company. They're not here to, create customs to befriend you. They're a toy company. Their business is to sell, just like NECA. It's the same idea, just like Funko and all these guys. It's a business. They want to make money. Now, if they appeal to you and the way that they make their toys makes you happy, fantastic. Then go buy them. For all means, get them. Do what you like. But they're not here to be friends. This isn't Tony May putting customs together and sending them out to people like myself and saying, hey, man, I really want you to have this because I love doing it, and I appreciate, I appreciate the fact that you appreciate my work, or whatever the reason may be, right? They're here to make money, right? So you go to Starbucks. They don't invite you into Starbucks because they want to be your friend. They invite you because they want to sell you coffee, right? Whether you like the coffee or not, like some of the guys said, they want to sell you coffee. And that's what they're in business for, and that's totally cool. The difference you have that makes them a little bit different than a company like NECA is you have guys within that group that are collectors, or formerly collectors, or I guess are collectors, that are heavily involved in helping influence the decisions of that company. And for collectors, you probably would, some of us think, or some of us don't think, that we're surprised at some of the decisions they make. This packaging, for example, is wow. That's unbelievable. Like, there's so many options you have out there. Why not use something that you have rights to? Or maybe they thought they did. Who knows? but I would make sure that my stuff was unique. I don't want my stuff to look like somebody else's stuff to the point that you can't really distinguish it, or you're, running off somebody else's back. And when you start doing that, that's a knockoff, right? All these figures, Tomlins were made, they capitalized in the 8-inch Mego scale, and they ran off Star Wars. Okay, that's a knockoff. Mego was an original. Back in the day, Mego was an original. It's original. Now, they made some stuff that they probably got ideas from G.I. Joe when they did their Action Jackson line stuff, but they were still original. And that's what I think people loved about them. And it brought a whole new face to the market, a whole new series of things that kids could get at an affordable amount. It wasn't $10 million. That you can do. Now that we're older, we can invest into things like Mego inexpensively for the most part. Most of us have jobs, or most of us can afford them. We're not having to sell newspapers or grit. Sanchez, what is it? We sell grit off the back of the comic book, newspaper grit, or those cards to try and get points to sell. At the same time, you got guys who can invest in things like Hot Toys, which are hundreds of dollars for an action figure, but they're for collecting, right? They're not for playing. When your kids are for playing, now they're for collecting. So, listen, buy what you want, do what you want, get what you want, enjoy what you have. And that's really what it all comes down to in the end. It's a shame to see the kind of silliness that goes on, but we have this shit in our everyday lives, any kind of human interaction. We've always got situations. We got people that may rise into conflict, whether it's aggressive and angry, or it's slight and, manageable. And that's all there is to it. So enjoy your toys. Keep collecting what you want. Don't let anybody tell you what you should or should not buy. But if you do like and subscribe, like I said, 2 weeks from now, we'll start giving away some of these unpackaged 8-inch Megos. I have 2 Star Trek mirror sets. I got one of each kind, and I'll be giving those away too. So I'm just getting rid of them, and that's it. They're going to be sent out to you guys as thank yous for watching, thank yous for subscribing, and help me clear out my basement, and hopefully help your collection as well. But anyway, I think that's it for today. Stay tuned. We have more stuff to do. I really wanted to do the Bible figures today with the cassette player, and maybe I'll do that tonight. I was going to do Bible Sunday and play some of the cassettes with some of the Rainfall, 8-inch Rainfall Bible greats, and some of the 7-inch We Win figures, and let you guys listen to some of those cassettes, because we ran into these records that we're listening to, the other day, where it's play along with the book, and these cassettes were the same thing. And again, they stole off Mego's original design, or influenced by Mego's original design to do an 8-inch action figure. They did it on a subject that Mego wasn't doing, Bible figures. Why not? They sold them in Christian stores. Why not? They did. Why not? That's right, Amanda. Why not? Why not? What do you think? My phone. What's that? Your phone. Your phone? That has nothing to do with why not. Whatever. Anyway, happy Sunday to everyone. Hope you're having a good day. Peace.